How's it going? Just want to do a quick review on my Trak Racer TR80 Lite. Let's not get this confused with the MK5 or the Pro. The main difference between those ones and this one is basically a more adjustable pedal set and a more focused wheel tray. One thing I do want to say on this one is it is a lot cheaper than those, about $200 so. This one comes in at $479 without the actual shifter plate, which is that. This whole thing shipped with my shifter plate was $535, which honestly is a steal when you're looking at 80/20 rigs. As far as flex, I get zero flex from this thing. Like, nothing. The whole thing is shaking only because I have casters, because I have carpet. But even on this thing's fucking solid. Like, this thing is not going, you ain't gonna put your foot through it or anything like that. When it comes down to installation wise, it's actually very easy. It only took me about 2 days, about 3.5 to 4 hours each day to get it fully done. The only thing that really was an issue was the T-bolts. They tend to be a pain in the ass, but you know, just have some patience and you'll get through it. Loose install your pillars, your pedal plate, and also your seat track. That way when you're installing, you know, your pedals, your wheel, your shifter, and even your seat, it's just a whole lot easier to get it to your, you know, physical body size and everything. When it comes down to the seat, I did get my own seat. This is a NRG Innovations version. Basically, they kind of made this for sim racing, but it is basically just a regular car seat, regular bucket racing seat. It is cool though. It came with the white back. I threw on a bunch of stickers because, you know, I just had them. The blue little plate. I did have to buy a universal slider for it, and yeah, I even have a little gel pad for this thing too, which is kind of cool. Keeps your butt nice and cool. Other things on this thing is the wire management is actually really nice. Like, you get these little pieces right here. They kind of turn and lock into here, and then you can just zip tie it. I have my zip tied and everything. This piece right here, I actually got this from Amazon. It came with like a controller holder for my wall-mounted PS5. But for wire management, like I said, it is pretty cool. I have everything just showing here. Normally this is sitting in front of the TV, but yeah, when it comes down to this pedal plate, there is zero flex. Like, this thing is solid. Look how thick that thing is. It is fully adjustable, as you can see down there. 3 bolts there, 3 bolts on the other side. You can move these up and down, or forward and back, if you wanted to go higher or low, so you don't have to worry about that. And when it comes down to this, your wheel plate, this is the same thing. It's like fully adjustable, forward, back, up, down. You can work on your tilt. If these pillars are not like properly aligned and loose installed prior to putting all this stuff on, this thing is gonna mar up the crap out of this. Like, I ended up just putting, you know, some vinyl wrap on there so I don't see it. But I'm pretty OCD, so any little scratches do get to me. I have to, you know, clean it up a bit. But aside from that, you know, for $480, like, this thing is an unbelievably steal. It's like a great value for what it is, you know, because most 80/20 rigs you're gonna see out there is gonna be starting around $600. Other track racers, you have your Sim Lab, and some other brands out there. But for what this is, me not planning on going motion at all, this is perfect for what I need. If you're like, you know, like me, just starting with this whole sim rig thing, then I highly recommend it. You can get the floor stand. I had one of those. I actually have a video on it. You can watch it. They're cool, but they just flex forward and back just so much. It's just a pain in the ass. My legs would always just hit the side of it, and whatnot. And you know, it's just for 150 bucks, I wouldn't recommend getting one. You might as well just go all in and, you know, save up and get something a little nicer. If you can't afford this, you could also get the other brands. There is other not TR Racer, but there is other options out there that you can get that's like around the $200 to $300 mark that will still do the same thing. If anything, just make sure what you do get can be attached to a chair. That makes all the difference. Like having to like steer and worry about your ass wobbling because you're in like, you know, like a typical computer chairs that swivels, like it's just it's too much of a distraction. Another thing on this is yeah, I'd recommend this over to TR80 MK5, to be honest. For 680 starting, the main difference on this from that to this really is your pedal set. You still get the same wheel mount. You do get an option for a direct drive mount, which is, you know, to be honest, it looks cooler, but I don't know if it's worth the money. And you do get sliders that comes with it. So pick your poison. If that's something that you want, or if you just don't mind just doing your adjustments once and keeping it where you want it, or just change it if you have individual users on it, then go ahead. This for me is perfect. Like I have a 6-year-old, he plays on this just fine. I just bring the seat all the way forward and I put him on that other wheel, and he could reach it just fine. I would highly recommend buying it. Like I said, this is an awesome deal. And that's my light review for the TR80 Lite. If you have any questions or want to see a video on anything focused on this, let me know. I have no problems doing it. I'm not an influencer whatsoever. I'm just another dude just trying to throw some information out there. Anyways, have a good one.